means to me. I've been reading a book called The Book of Joy, and it's a book co-written by the Dalai Lama, who's the spiritual leader of Tibet, as well as the Archbishop Desmond Tutu, who helped South Africa come out of apartheid. And this event and Relay for Life kind of melds with that book in a lot of ways. That book talks about how can we be joyous when we're confronted by sadness and when we're confronted by suffering. And it brought forth several different parts that I think everybody here understands. One thing to kind of be able to be joyful in those circumstances is, one point was to make connections with human beings. And this is what, like our survivorship dinner here does. You make connections with other people sitting right next to you, folks that are survivors as well as folks that are caregivers, and you know you're not alone. Yes, we're going through things and we're suffering as we're going through things, but someone right next to you is doing very similar things. And although our struggles are all a little bit different, we're all the same, as we're all humans. So we're all doing this together. And that's also kind of when people ask me, Dr. Blackburn, Dr. Patselis, how do we see patients day after day and lose some patients and see families going through this? And this is it. We connect with our patients just by being with them day in and day out. And those connections help fill our bucket to be able to do it the next day and the next day. And that's exactly how maybe you guys also are able to go through treatments such as chemotherapy, radiation, surgery. You are able to connect with your family, your friends, and they're able to fill your bucket to keep going forward with treatment. The second thing that was important in that book, to be joyful, was always come with a smile on your face. And that's what I've noticed at our clinic, and everybody who touches cancer notices every patient is coming there with a smile on their face. And when patients come with a smile on their face, and when you go into a doctor's office and your doctor has a smile on their face, or your nurse, or your phlebotomist, or your receptionist, everybody having a smile on their face is extremely important. And when we would go through our daily lives and you're rushing to, you're late, you get out, and if you have a smile on your face, you'll be able to get forth in the day better. And that's what helps us too at our work. And the last thing is that I find very important from that book and just in daily life is to try and take things one day at a time and live in the moment. Because when you're going through this, you wonder, where am I going to be in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years? And we also, as caregivers and as providers, we also think that for our patients. Are they going to make it to next year? Are they going to make it to 5 years? Are they going to make it to 10 years? And we've got to stop ourselves from doing that. We just have to be happy to be here right now and be happy for tomorrow, and then tomorrow be happy for the next day. And that's exactly what we have to do. By doing those three things, I believe we can be joyful in the face of sorrow. One other thing that I was thinking about, and maybe everybody else thinks about, if we get asked the question, why are you guys here in Jacksonville? Or you might get the question, why are you getting your treatment here in Jacksonville? And both the Dalai Lama and the Desmond Tutu both had the same thing to say, is that wherever they put their head, wherever they lay their head to rest, that's their home. And wherever we have love and support in our communities, that's where we live. And that's what all of us here at Southeastern Medical Oncology, at Onslow Radiation Oncology, and Onslow Surgery, we all believe that. We're here, right here in Jacksonville, to help support all of you and you're here to support us. And that's the amazing thing that we have together. So with that, once again, I'd love to thank LaRue and Carol again for allowing us to be part of this. And we hope to do it every single year that we're able. So thanks again.